Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Doc and Queenie Facebook Live every Monday at
Hi, noon. You did such a perfect lead into that, Doc. That was great.
I try, Queenie. I try. So,
Seriously, so great. How was your weekend?
they fly like crazy.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Crazy busy. Wasn't happy with the weather as a gardener. I on Saturday I tried 3 times to go outside to water, and it was too cold. So I was just like, well, and
Isn't this unseasonable? Like, isn't this kind of a weird thing right now,
it's kind of
actually?
flipped. Yeah, this is the beginning or mid-March kind of weather. Well, today it's going to be, I think today, let me look at our little weather. Right now it's 65. It's supposed to hit 70, but past couple of days we've been like barely into the 50s.
No, that is so hard. And I'm sure it is because actually people in other cities, I've been all over the place today and they've even been saying, what is up with this weather? I just planted my this and now they're going to have a problem. And I'm like, oh my, and then you have to cover everything. And that always seems like such a challenge.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's kind of the ebb and flow. Isn't life is, what's the only thing that's stable? Well, it's not stable, but change.
Yeah. The only consistent in
Get
our
back.
life really is change. Yeah, that's for
There you go.
sure.
Yeah, it's Monday for me.
Yeah.
So
I know how you feel about Monday, Doc.
So happy National Jelly Bean Day.
Thank you for these darling backgrounds. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can't imagine that you ever eat a jelly bean.
I did in the past, but yeah, sugar is not good for you in high quantities.
Isn't it amazing that you talk all the time about no gluten, no dairy, no sugar? Okay. And if you want to be healthy. And so I so appreciate that because, of course, in my business, I always say the 3 B's, and I won't mention those publicly, but never drink this, this, and this. Start with B if you want to be healthy, one of which, of course, is bottled water. And so it still amazes me that there are so many of those out there. I mean, literally, so many of those out there. And people are still buying them, drinking them because the shelves are full.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You can't want it more for them than, they want for themselves.
That is so true. Oh my gosh, that is so true.
So today is also Earth Day.
I know, I do love that.
Yes, because I know you talk about and teach about even the recycling plastic piece, which is super important because, of course,
It breaks my heart on trash day in my area is Thursdays. And sometimes people put out their bins, their big, whatever those things are called, big trash cans, and they're overflowing. And then you see the plastic bottle of plastic this, the something else that. And I'm just like, and I've got this little teensy nothing in there. And it just blows my mind that we are loading up our landfills with this kind of stuff. It kills me.
Yep. Yeah, it's well, and there's a lot of products that don't break down real well, which we don't realize. But yeah, and the sad thing, I had learned this actually. We have a friend that is in the trash business. He does construction, and they basically just dump it in a hole, and it's things like concrete and rebar and all of that kind of stuff. But he was saying that in our local area, and I don't know if it's just our area or whatever, but a lot of companies are not recycling because it's too expensive, even though they're collecting the recyclables. And you're like, because I know certain areas, I don't know if your area does this. Our area doesn't do this. I know back in Chicago, where my family is from, they have to pay to recycle.
Yeah, ours is included in one big home association thing, but I think about that, and of course they collect all this stuff and then don't recycle it. It's going to go somewhere,
Right.
And I love the repurposing thing. And you see this, and you kind of go, "What can I do with that?" Instead of just absolutely trash it.
Yep. So, anyways,
happy Earth Day to you as well, Doc.
Happy Earth Day. Happy Jelly Bean Day. Tomorrow is School Bus Driver Appreciation Day. I was always good to my kids' school bus driver. Give them cookies at Christmas and
Oh, that's super sweet. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. No pun intended. And then Tuesday also is Take a Chance Day. Have you taken chances, Queenie?
I am strategic and a little bit, shall we say, never take a chance topic. I research and do the analytics almost to a fault. What about you? I bet you would jump out of an airplane, right?
Now that I'm older, no, but yeah, yes, I take chances all the time. It's just in my DNA, I guess.
That's what I was going to say. It's just, it really is. It's who you are or it's who you aren't. So yeah, I would not be that person.
So yes, tomorrow is School Bus Driver Appreciation and Take a Chance Day, and then Wednesday is the bucket list. I remember we used to have the background with the buckets, and stop food waste. That kind of ties into the Earth Day.
Well, hang on a second. Don't fly past that, because don't you use food waste stuff for your compost piles?
I was just about to say, because we eat as much organic as we possibly can, I use that in my compost pile. Yes.
Okay.
The only
Okay.
thing,
And so why would people throw it away instead of compost it? Why is that a disconnect?
well, for well, a lot of people don't garden, and
Okay, I see.
there are cities, I do believe, Olathe, they used to, they would take yard waste and compost it. But the unfortunate opposite side, it's great that they can do that, but I would, in my opinion, I would not suggest using that in your garden, because people are treating their lawns with, pesticides and herbicides and all of that stuff, and that gets into the compost. It's kind of the same thing with the food. If I was not eating organic, then I would more than likely not compost, because I don't want to have to reabsorb whatever chemicals they have sprayed, or whatever's in that fruit or vegetable. But yeah,
It's amazing the stuff you have to think about to maintain your level of organic. That's interesting.
It's a lot of work, but to us, our health is important. So it's it's second nature to us now, because we've done it for so long. But I would rather, and I've said this to people, I would rather pay it now than pay for it later. So
that is a great way to say it as well, because quite frankly, the illnesses, just like you talk about, it all wraps up back together. Don't eat gluten, dairy, sugar if you want to be healthy. And probably you can't not every single second of every single day.
No.
But for the most part, you can now eliminate this, substitute that. And who's going to take care of our health if we don't?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that's Wednesday. Thursday is Hug a Plumber.
Is that really a thing? I've never heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing. And I'm like, I hope the plumber that we had that helped us with our little issue was great, but I hope I don't have to see a plumber on a regular basis, much less
Hug a plumber. That's hysterical. I actually I have networking plumbers in my life that I, of course, recommend, but praise God, they're not in my house often. Yeah. Because I appreciate hugging them, but I don't want to see them again for 10 years, but yeah.
And then it's zucchini bread day. Have you ever had zucchini bread?
Well, someone would have made it for me. Yes. Is it kind of like banana bread kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah. It's well, my mom used to make zucchini bread all the time. She'd call it brown bread.
Okay. And see, I something's in my head that you put cream cheese on it. Do you?
No, but I mean, there's no reason why you can't.
Maybe that was my grandmother. I think she made little circle banana bread and put cream cheese between it. So it was like almost a little lunch. Okay. So maybe I haven't had zucchini bread. I don't know.
You just grind up zucchini and you make bread out of it.
But I mean, that's instead of the bananas, you put zucchini in, right? The same thing.
I'll have to make you some. It's not real sweet. It's it's a good use when you have zucchinis coming out of your ears at the end of the garden season.
Do you grow zucchini too?
Yes, I do.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yes, I start my zucchinis a little bit later than everybody, because I actually chance that I discovered everybody starts their squash stuff now, or when it gets warmer. I wait, because I have less problems with the squash bugs. Squash bugs are, I don't know, they're in this area. I don't recall them when I grew up in Illinois, but that doesn't mean that they weren't there. But if you start them later in the season, you have less problems with the bugs. So
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I knew first of all, I knew you had a strategic reason. So yeah.
So we'll see. I'll say that and watch, it'll be loaded. Because they lay their eggs they lay their eggs on the plant, but they also it's almost like they hibernate in the soil. So it's very difficult to get rid of them.
Okay.
So Friday is South Dakota Day. They became the 40th state in 1889. Have you ever been to South Dakota, Queenie?
It sounds cold, so I don't think so.
We're going to have to go there sometime. Mount Rushmore is there, which is really awesome to see. And then we also saw the Crazy Horse Monument, which they were working on. They've been working on, I want to say, since the 30s or 40s. And you can sort of see the shape. I mean, it takes years. Wow. And I mean, they literally are up there with their chisel and their hammers and all of that. It's very specific and it's very time consuming. But the Mount Rushmore is pretty cool. They have a film on how it happened, and it's an amazing thing to see. So road trip.
Yeah, I was going to just say, my goodness, but like I say, it sounds cold, so we would definitely have to go in the summer.
Yes. Yeah, before everybody gets there. So we better go tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm on it.
So Saturday is gummy bears and trails. So I would rather walk a trail than eat a gummy bear. So just saying on that. Oh, and I'm sorry, Friday outside of South Dakota is Dissertation Day and also Pretzel Day. So do you know anybody that gives dissertations? I give dissertations all the time.
Absolutely. Me too. I was going to just say my dissertations are mandated. So the answer to that is definitely yes.
So yeah, that'll be Friday. Okay. And then, like I said, Saturday is gummy bears and trails. And Sunday we round off and start a new week with superheroes and blueberry pie. Had to get the food in there.
Of course you did. Good job. Is there such a thing as healthy blueberry pie?
I guess if you used a low sugar alternative, I'm big on monk fruit. Monk fruit, syrup, and honey or date sugar. Those are all actually low glycemic. Yeah, I'm not a big blueberry pie fan. I don't really blueberries. I will eat them in muffins. I don't like them in pies. How about you?
I would prefer my little medley of pecans and blueberries and raspberries as a snack during all these calls. But having blueberry pie to me sounds like overload of sweet. Like I can't imagine that. Maybe I actually don't remember having that. But if I did do a pie like that, like cherry pie, peach pie, oh my goodness, all that stuff, it'd be like a once a year, once every 10 years kind of thing.
Yeah. You don't want to know how much sugar is in like a cherry pie.
No, I was just going to say that. I probably don't want to know. So it's a good thing. Of course, now that I've said it, I'm going to have to go buy one and eat it tomorrow. So we'll see how that works.
Invite me over. I'll be over. I'll bring the whipped cream. Okay.
There you see, this is a good fit.
Gosh. So that's it for our National Day of. And the quote I pulled is a very simple one, but it's always pertinent really to every day. Every day is a new beginning. I mean, I know we've talked about this. Every day I'm thankful and I thank God every day. And I go through my list. And it's not a rote thing. It's just I am thankful for waking up. I still have a purpose. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful, you can go down the list. And that kind of ties into that. Every day is a new beginning.
I think about this just like April 1st. Monday, new quarter, new week, new month. Everything about that rocks my world. And when I wake up and say, thank you, Lord, that I can walk and breathe at the same time, I'm actually not kidding. I really mean that. And I really am grateful. Now, bonus. When the sun is shining, I'm like on it. And the sun is up now, I think about 6-ish. And so as soon as that sun starts to get up, I am on it. And I
I
love
can hear
that
you.
because
I can hear you're like singing and out in
yeah,
the garden.
yeah, out in the garden, absolutely. But I absolutely love being awakened, I guess you would say, by sunshine, and it rocks my world.
That's awesome. So every day is a new beginning. Pretty awesome.
That's a great quote and certainly succinct, but definitely pertinent because every day is a new beginning. I messed up yesterday. I get to start over today. It's a great fit.
Well, and whatever people are going through, I mean, we have second, third, fourth chances. I believe there is a reason for everything.
Mhm.
And it's I try not to make my circumstance dictate how I'm going to respond to my day. I mean, it doesn't work.
No, it definitely does not work, and I appreciate that too because I can decide my attitude toward whatever the circumstance is, and I do think that's a big deal.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Definitely for sure.
All right. So what do we have for our wheels? Which one are we going to do first, Queenie?
We have opportunity to learn how to push buttons correctly. There we go. Yeah,
Yay!
I know, seriously. All right, so we get to do words first today, and I really am going to shuffle. I know your number is 7, my number is 5, so 6 shuffles sound about right. And let's find out. Thank you again to everyone watching or certainly on the replay that you are offering words for us every single week. Yay, research. That's a good one.
Cool.
That is a great one. All right. What do you think about research, Doc? I know you've done a lot in your naturopathy business. Do you have to research anything in the gardening world?
Oh, yes. I just actually, let me look at my YouTube channel. I just had a new short I put out yesterday, and
And
the
what would that
comment,
be?
it is on electroculture.
All right. Say that again 3 times really fast.
No, thank you. Um, I have 10, there have been 10 comments, which is actually high for the
Very
short.
high. Yes.
And I made a comment in my little short, my little 15-second short about it pulls energy. And I had people go, "What energy? What? What does energy do? How does it get to the plants?" And I'm like, so in my research for electroculture gardening, I had to say that really slow. Um, Basically, what it is you take a copper wire and you take a zinc wire, wrap it counterclockwise, or I'm sorry, did I say counterclockwise? Clockwise around a stick, and you take the copper wire and you point it south. You take the zinc wire and you point it north on the top, and then you put the wires in the ground, and the wire in the ground for the zinc, you point that south, as well as the copper, you point that south. And what it creates is electromagnetic, and I'm calling it energy. It's attaching to stuff in, well, they're pointed at the polars. So you've got a magnetic pole, and it's creating an energy that goes into the ground to make the plant grow. So I did a whole bunch of research on that. And it's been around, actually been around for over 100, 150 years, this type of method, but they got rid of it. And it's slowly coming back. And so I've been watching different people and I tried it last year and it didn't do so well. Well, this year I found some research that said we're doing it all backwards. So I adjusted everything, and I had a seedling, and I'm going to have to post pictures. I had a seedling that went from, like quarter of an inch to half an inch overnight. And it's right next to this copper wire. It's incredible. So I did a whole bunch of research, and that's what I do with my gardening. I always try to research, because I'm always trying to, whether it's a video or an ebook, give as much information, and also see what different perspectives are on the topic and all of that kind of thing. How about you, Queenie? Do you do research?
I am wondering, because as soon as I saw the research word, I instantly go to, I can't imagine making a purchase or even a decision without research. And literally 16 years ago, when I first heard of Kangen, I my brain instantly went to skepticism. There's no way this could work. There's no way this, there's no way that, there's no way something else. And I researched the heck out of it because I think my skepticism nature, which is mammoth, caused me to go, there ain't no way that could happen. And so, and just for everyone out there, please remember when you are doing research, I don't know where you go for your info, Doc. Of course, I love YouTube. Of course, I love Google, kind of. I go to Google Scholar. And as soon as I was introduced to Google Scholar, now I can actually, you'd be so great at selling my something. And I always say, well, I definitely appreciate that, but I couldn't possibly sell something I didn't stand 10 million% behind. So I have to research your whatever it is. And so I go to Google Scholar for everything. Of course, I go to ChatGPT for stuff to see what the AI topic is on that, since it can pull from so many places. But for information, I definitely go to Google Scholar. And so I have now, once I did that, I was able to find out that Hello Kongan is the real deal. But I had to, I wouldn't put my name behind something that didn't work. And I wouldn't put my name on something that I couldn't promote, well, certainly to my friends and family, but beyond that, from my bigger network. So research is a huge part of what I do.
Yeah. And it's basically the same for me. I mean, yes, I know how to teach how to grow a tomato, but let's take that tomato and how can you use it in your cooking? Or, herbs is a biggie because you can use herbs in different ways, not only cooking, there's medicinal properties in herbs and that kinds of thing. So there's
absolutely
and everything. So, but yeah, research. And it was funny with this 15-second short. I had all of these people with one little line. I said, yeah. So.
And so with that short, I'm sure that you know your stats already. You did the short about electroculture. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
And so electroculture with copper and the tubing and all the things that you do. How many views did you get on the short?
Right now I have 3.3 thousand.
Oh my gosh. And to get that many comments is incredible, because I know just from a comment standpoint, you've taught us before that we have, you must comment, you must like, you must participate in the comment section of the YouTube video, which obviously helps the algorithm, the organic traffic, things like that. And so then you can pin your own comment to the top of the comments, and that also keeps it going. So I remember that. And speaking of Doc and Queenie classes, did you even imagine that it's already Wednesday again?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I just honestly,
where did April go?
Seriously, the fourth Wednesday, I just feel like we were learning AI last month from you. And I was like, there's no way fourth Wednesday, holy moly. And we're here. I mean, seriously, Wednesday at high noon Central Time is the fourth Wednesday, Doc and Queenie classes. And seriously, it is phenomenal to be able to think that it really is already here, honestly.
So what are you going to be teaching about, Queenie?
Well, I am going to leave that up for discussion, so to speak, but I am going to share some of the things that I have learned on certainly the traffic that we talk about, the alignable platforms, the profiles. I'm still finding that people are, I don't know if you'd say resistant, Doc, but hesitant perhaps about getting their profiles up to speed. So we're definitely going to talk about the consistency of profiles through platforms and probably effective posting.
That sounds good. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, I think so for sure. That is the deal. All right, let's see. I'm trying to push. There we go. I'm trying to see what we've got for topics, because once again, we've gotten so many, and I appreciate that. When you send me the topics, Doc, that people have sent to you, and then they put it in Messenger, it's so cool to be able to see what people want to talk about as far as topics. So thank you all for doing that. Well, look here. This worked out great. We're going to do YouTube instead of Queenie. But honestly, I really feel that is a biggie already. And you think in terms of the YouTube channels that we were talking about as far as the views, look what has happened to your YouTube channel, and how many people do you know who still have not done their YouTube yet? Honestly, they haven't created a channel yet. Can you imagine your life without a YouTube channel?
With what I do, no.
Right. And that's why I say I can't imagine trying to get the word out, because now when people say, what's a posting party? Instead of going through this and let's schedule a one-on-one, I appreciate doing the one-on-one, I promise. But now I literally have a video intro to a posting party, and it has saved everything. I say, oh gosh, I even have a posting party recording on the featured section of my LinkedIn page. You what? And so the cross-pollinating thing that I keep teaching, we did that again today. One of our regulars now, literally, I don't have featured section on my LinkedIn. Well, yes, you do. You just have to add it. And now he's a pro. So it really is cool to see that. But I can't imagine finding out what goes on with Doc and the gardening if it wasn't for YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And my niche, outside of the gardening, is I have more success with shorter videos. So people that think that they're going to do a video that it has to be 10 minutes long explaining. And I know you found that because you've kind of experimented with a few things. You had a video right around the Super Bowl time that went viral. And
yeah,
there's
that is still my biggie. That was a what to wear to the Chiefs parade. Yeah, that is in the 4,000s, and that has never happened to me before.
Crazy.
So,
but
yeah.
it's it's even stuff like that. It's just to get the buzz and get people to notice you. I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, I don't with teaching gardening and all the videos. I guess I would be on a different platform, but it wouldn't be as easy.
And see, that's the rest of the story. You can create a video from here. You have your edit systems that you do. You create your Canva videos that are professional times a million. But all of that combined, look what we can do with YouTube. I was mentioning this today at one of my posting parties. Doc makes a video of something that you want the world to see, and you want to be able to find that video again quickly. Doc has a gazillion videos. So how are you going to get Doc's video to your playlist under interviews or information or how-tos or whatever playlist you've got going on? You can now take Doc's video, 3 dots, and now you take that and add it to your own playlist. So now when you want to find Doc's video again to share with your friends, you are now going to be able to go to your own playlist under videos or how-tos or whatever you call it. And now you take Doc's video, 3 dots, and share it with your friends or whoever the client would be that needs the information. The whole system is so user-friendly, in my opinion. I seriously can't believe it. And so I have a lady today who said, I've only put 1 video on my YouTube channel I just created. And I said, well, congratulations, because in my book, you've already added a video to your YouTube channel. And so we all start at the beginning. I can't emphasize that enough. I wish I was you, or I wish I was this. Oh my gosh. And I know you're inching to the 200,000 mark as far as views. And of course, other people see that and go, I could never do that. Well, please don't say I could never, because the answer is, yet we could never if it wasn't for the dynamic support of this community and all the things that we get to learn. So did you hit 200 yet?
No, I'm at 198,443.
There we go.
But they haven't updated it, so I'm waiting.
Fingers crossed. Yes, 200,000 views on your YouTube channel is phenomenal. And honestly, that is such a biggie.
Yeah, and I find it interesting, and I sometimes wonder if the person that doesn't want to start on YouTube, are they comparing themselves to others? Because we, like you just said, we all start at, it's a level playing field. We all start at the bottom.
Absolutely. I'm afraid to this, or I can't this, or I don't something. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I think if any of us said that, none of us would ever get off the ground. Right. We had a 6-8 training yesterday for my company, and the gentleman who was running it is in Torrance, California, home office. That's where we do them for USA. And for those of you who don't know, 6A is the top level in Enagic, the Concord Water Company, and I'm thrilled to be part of that. But now we have trainings for 6As, which means we didn't talk about water and the machine and how to clean it and those basics. We talked about the 6A topic as far as how to get your team to 6A. Like, that is definitely my next goal. I want my team to get to this level of awesome. And I mean that with all my heart. And so it's a we all start. I remember my very first sale, my second sale, my third sale, those kind of things. And now those folks are my family. And so the same thing with you, Doc. You planted that very first YouTube seed, and now look at you. And now you have your podcast, and now you have the videos that you do, the how-to pieces of the gardening topic, how to build a garden box, for heaven's sakes. Look at what you've done from that very first video. I got 3 views, and it's like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. We all start at the beginning, and I mean that with all my heart. You've got to let us know the second you hit 200.
I will. Yeah, no, it was May of last year when I started really getting serious. And I started with 25. I had 25 subscribers. So
is that serious? Oh my goodness. Okay, wow.
And I'm honing in right now on what do I have? I've got 568.
Oh my goodness. It is a very, very cool thing to see.
So.
And I mean that. It's so awesome. But it's community building, in my opinion. You go to networking and you say, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? How do I do a posting party? Where's my this? What's my something? What about Kathy Chat? All of those things come in together. And I just think it's a blast to be able to do all this virtual networking now.
Totally. Yes. And YouTube's a tool. And I can't wait. I'm going to plug the classes again. It's going to be fun to hear what you have to say and the questions you're going to throw out there to people on Wednesday.
Yeah. Thank you. Doc and Queenie classes, high noon on the 4th Wednesday of every month. We're super excited to be able to offer those to you guys when we're out in the community, virtual or in person, and all of a sudden, where's my this or how's my that or what's my something? It's so cool to be able to help other people with different topics because we don't want anyone to be stuck. Just do it.
Just push a button. So guess what, Queenie? We're out of time. It flies.
Oh my gosh, this does fly. Absolutely.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us today, whether live or on replay. Doc and Queenie Facebook Live is every Monday at
high noon.
You can find KathyWeaverKC.com or Queenie, Kathy Weaver KC, all over social media, or myself, KitchenGardenExpert.com or Kitchen Garden Expert. Until next time, have a great week, and we will catch you right back here next Monday. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.